Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Coming up in sports, Cubs Sox last night. Tough
Are you
baseball.
actually yawning? What are you doing?
Tough baseball night last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty tough. But also coming up in sports, something for you gamers out there, sports related, that you have to know about. Some breaking news on a humongous video game coming out soon and how you can get it. I have some questions on this, too, that I need some help with some of the gamers out there, as I've been retired for 7 years since my power supply of my Xbox died, because I had a literal addiction to Halo. But we'll get to that in a second. Also, wrapping up our final conversation, 21 seconds is how long it should take you to pee. That's the maximum and minimum healthy amount you should do it in. And 630 checked in when Kenzie asked about the trough at Wrigley, about how guys, what do they think about that? Ugh, is that what we think about it? 630 said, I usually throw a $5 in the trough at Wrigley to see if anybody will take it.
What's that?
Like a $5 bill?
$5 bill.
Oh, but it's paper.
Understood. But
Oh.
sometimes that's, see, a 1, no way. A 5, somebody's thinking about that. A 5 spot in there.
Would you grab it?
Me? No. Not me. Although I could use some funds right now.
Case, would you grab it?
Yeah, I'm desperate for cash.
Oh, my God.
Do you put it on a clothespin on a line to
Was
dry
the
it
guy
out somewhere?
is the guy peeing directly on it?
Now, that would be extra. What if you're picking it up and he aims to pee on it while you're taking it out?
Like he's a sniper?
Just to get extra pee.
At a certain point, it's impressive.
That is. Well, we have some breaking news. It's an update to yesterday's fact that made your brain go. We broke the story about TSA removing you taking off your shoes when you go through TSA. And that turns out to be true. So overnight, they confirmed that TSA has ended its shoes off policy at the airports at O'Hare, Midway, or wherever you go. And it's still active, though, right now. They just confirmed they're going to move toward getting rid of that, taking off your shoes. So this came from a press release right from the TSA. So now it's confirmed. We read a story yesterday from the Wall Street Journal that was reporting on it.
We had scooped TSA. We had beat them to the punch.
That's right. And they ended up saying, we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of it. It's mainly, you're saying, because of the Real ID and technology. The Real ID transfer of making sure everybody's got that going on. And technology is advanced. It should have probably ended years ago with the way technology has advanced, but they just kind of said, like, well, let's not do it, because the minute we do it, somebody's gonna screw it up for everybody, and then I'll have to go back to taking your shoes off. So for me, I pour one out on this one because I'm going to miss it.
What?
As I talked about yesterday, I just miss the idea of seeing feet. Good ones, that is. The good ones. The good feet.
I have
When you see a woman in yoga pants and her shoes off, I don't know. It's just in the airport.
How are you married?
It's a good question.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I love my wife to death, and I love her feet. That's how I'm married.
I have a serious question for you.
Yes.
Because I'm not into feet. I respect them, but it's not my go-to. It's not my thing. What is a good foot?
Mine.
Let's see them.
I have the best feet. I'm not confident about many things, but I have a good foot.
You know, the thing is, it's sad, is Kenzie wears a lot of like
Boots.
goth boots.
Yeah.
She wears huge boots, and it hides
Why
them.
is that sad?
Because you're hiding them.
Well, I know, but I'm really self-conscious about my legs. So
Well,
I got to stretch them out.
Why don't you wear the boots without the bottoms then? Cut the foot part out. Just wear the thigh-high boots with nothing
I
on the
should wear
bottom.
toeless goth boots
To work every day.
Oh, I think you should do
so
that.
you can moan like that. That's really enticing.
So you wear some flip-flops, but then the goth boots up to your thighs. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's agree to do that.
We all agree to do that? Kenzie, you agree to do that?
Yeah, everyone's on board. How about we iron that out?
Yeah, let's figure that out.
But what makes a good foot?
I
Because
was-
I don't know. And when I'm in the TSA line, I know you guys never believe that I've been on a plane before, but I've flown in the sky a few times.
To Kansas.
Missouri. But I don't look at people's feet.
I'll tell you right now what makes good foot. It's the arch.
It's the arch.
It's got to be a high, big arch in it. I have flat feet.
I do too.
From my people walking in the
You
deserts.
look like a Flintstone.
Yeah, very, very. And sadly, right now, Harper's got those feet. I call her the Fred Flintstone feet. There's like flat, big feet. And size 13, if you will, just to
Yeah,
mention
you
that.
gotta have like a little. She's a size 13.
No, I'm a size 13.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Just 2.5 with a size 13.
13. No, you want to have a little arch. I have to be honest, and I don't want to brag, but I have a little petite foot. I got a little. I wear a 6, maybe 6.5 shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Toes always done with a French manicure. I keep it clean, keep it classy.
What was that
okay?
sound again you made on the French?
Yeah.
French,
so just keep
manicure?
keep it clean, keep it classy. You know, I Vaseline my foot every day so that way it's nice and soft.
Ooh. Yeah, you
That's
want
a good
that.
foot.
You want that. The heel has to be like a baby's foot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On
So
the arch.
I have a harder heel,
Yeah.
and then also very flat feet.
Yeah. Me too. And same
I hear a
problem.
guy, it's different.
Yeah. Yep. Arch, soft as a baby's bottom on the heel, manicured toes, and not too long of that second toe. What's that called? The Morgan's toe?
Something like that, yeah.
Farmer's toe, whatever. That second toe, it can go out a little bit big, but not like, it can't go an inch after the big toe.
Hanging over the flip flop.
It just can't be out there like an anteater. It can't be out there sniffing before you get there.
It's like pulling the rest of the toes.
Because 630 checked in, because now people are describing their perfect foot on the text line. And 630 checked in and said a good foot is perfect escalation of the toes.
Escalation.
So think about like from pinky toe to big toe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Verizon bars.
Yeah, like a Verizon bar.
God, has anything ever been described so perfectly?
Can
That's
you
what we're
hear me
looking
now?
There you go. I already see some pictures coming through on the text line. Let's. I mean,
I'm going to be blocking some people.
Everybody
Enough.
slow down.
Yeah, let's stop.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 Sports after Stone Temple Pilots.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
4 packs of Bristol Renaissance Fair tickets. We love it every year. We love them. It's a video game in itself going up there to Bristol Renaissance Fair at the border all the way through September 1st. All the information at Q101.com. And competing for these tickets is Dennis checking in. Dennis, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy, I'm Dennis. I'm from Okina, and I had to call just to say don't buy the bundle.
No.
Don't do it, man.
Amen.
No, it's 4 games. You're paying for time. That's all you're doing. Don't do it.
Isn't
Be a better gamer.
Isn't 4 better than 1?
Yeah, 4 is better than 1. Don't buy the one for like 200, man. What are you doing?
But I have bundle FOMO.
Right.
No, don't pre-order. Don't buy it. Don't do that.
All
They're
right.
trying to get you.
I'll trust you,
They're gonna
Dennis.
get
That's how they get you, you
They're
see.
gonna get you.
All right, Dennis. First one, I'll take your advice. I'll hold off on the bundle for the NCAA 26 video game. That's coming out Friday.
There
I'll
we
just wait
go.
till Friday. I'll just buy the disc.
Then maybe we can play online because I'm going to buy it Friday.
All right.
And then you and I can game from the
Oh,
comfort
wow,
of our own
another
home.
group activity without me.
All right, kids, you go
Yeah,
and buy a
go
PS5 and then buy the college football game.
We don't want to do that.
You guys got to have a LAN party inside the radio show. Like, there we go, tournament there.
Kenzie, do you really want in on all that?
No, but you guys just always do stuff without me.
I know. You want to be invited so you can say that's stupid. That's what you want. You want to be. That's stupid. All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins, Dennis. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Dennis.
Tails.
It is tails. All right, Dennis, here we go. No bundle. Here we go. Question number 1. What relation to you is your uncle's father?
My grandfather.
That's your grandfather. He said that very condescending, too,
Yeah,
Dennis.
like
Yeah.
dumbass.
I had to think about it. I was like, wait a second. I'm being silly. It's my grandfather.
All right, Kenzie, to you.
Uh-huh.
Mach 1 refers to the speed of what?
Well, okay, wait.
I'm
Because
waiting.
I feel like I've got this wrong before because I thought,
That's why it's back in the mix.
I know. Because I thought it was planes, but it's not. They just use it in planes because I think it's sound.
It is sound.
Okay.
Very good. Shows this if you do this show and you get one wrong, you research it and you come back with the victory.
That's right. That's how we get better.
That's how we all get better as humanity.
That's right.
Chicago's.
1-1, it's back to Dennis.
Dennis, other than Kentucky and Pennsylvania, name one of the 4 U.S. Commonwealth states, meaning there's 2 left.
I knew I should have looked this up when I heard it on Monday. The Commonwealth thing. I'm going to go with what I originally thought. Virginia?
Virginia's right!
Yes!
Dennis is killing it. All right, there'll be one more tomorrow.
No one will still have a Commonwealth memes.
That'll be Friday. We'll ask for the definition
Okay.
of Commonwealth.
So it's 2-1.
And back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what former boxing heavyweight champion later became known for his portable grilling machine?
George Foreman.
George Foreman is right. Rest in peace. He died just like 6 months ago or something like that?
Like 3 months ago.
Oh, 3 months ago. Very sad.
I
Great
thought he
guy.
was dead for a way long time.
He
It was
lived
only
a-
3 months ago?
Yeah, it's just that, he was a big guy, and boxers usually go young, and he lived up.
Well, he had that lean grill, baby. He took out all the grease.
We did a huge segment on it when he died. That was only like 3 months
That
ago.
was amazing.
God, that feels like a really long time ago.
Thank you, Kenzie, for agreeing with me on that. 2-2.
And back to Dennis.
Dennis, what sport would you be playing if the score was deuce?
Tennis.
Tennis is right. Good job, Dennis.
Thank you.
Back to Kenzie.
Yes.
What Emmy-winning CBS show ran from 2005 to 2014, but was technically set in the year 2030? So the show was set in 2030, but it actually ran on TV in real time, 2005 to 2014.
In 2030?
That's when the show was set. Emmy-winning CBS TV show.
I really...
Kinda
A
got-
show set way in the future. But I feel like it's not that much in the future. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking like flying cars, but not really. It's 2030, right?
Yeah,
It's 2025 right now.
I like how you're working this out. Like,
Okay.
give me a show, please. Any show.
Emmy show.
3.
I really can't think of a show
Two.
like The Office. I'm trying to think of something
It's
stupid.
not The Office.
Were they in a 2030 Office?
It's not The Office. Do you know the answer? Dennis, you had plenty of time to Google during that.
No, I'm trying to even think like what CBS show it would be. I'm going off of whatever popped up on Netflix recently. Blind Spot.
Blind Spot is not right. And this is a show I've heard of and haven't watched either, so I wouldn't have known this.
What is it?
How I Met Your Mother was set in 2030.
Oh,
It was set in 2030.
It's a pretty big
I don't
show,
know.
because
right?
that's when they're talking to the kids and he's telling the story. Everything else is like earlier.
I wish I would have liked that show more, but my problem is I need resolution faster. So like I should already know who your mother is. Like I was getting annoyed. I'm like, get to the point. Let's go.
3-2.
And back to Dennis. He can go up 2 points right here.
Wow, here we go, Dennis. In The Godfather, what is the last name of characters Fredo, Sonny, and Vito?
One movie I don't watch.
It's probably a video game of it.
There is.
Remember Johnny Drama's playing that in Entourage?
I saw the Paramount movie thing. That was awesome. Or the series.
give me
Mike Leone?
What'd you say?
Mike Leone?
Mike Leone is not right. Kenzie, The Godfather.
Corleone.
Corleone, or Corleone, as they say in the movie sometimes. So there you go. You were close. So now it's 3-3.
And back to Kenzie. She can go up a point now.
Kenzie staying in the mob world. John Gotti was the boss of the Gambino crime family that operated in what city?
John Gotti.
John Gotti.
I don't know. I feel like they were all like in New York.
That was New
it
York. That
Okay.
was New York. Chicago had the outfit, and the Gambino crime family was New York. So Kenzie's up 4 now.
Dennis
4-3.
Yes, Dennis has 3. It's back to Dennis.
Dennis, the novel The Great Gatsby is set in what decade?
Was that the Roaring 20s?
It was the Roaring 20s, so we're tied up. It's a good game. 4-4. Next one wins.
Back to Kenzie.
Kenzie. Mm-hmm. What loses a head in the morning but gains one at night?
Heyo. Okay.
What loses a head in the morning but gains one at night?
Loses.
3, 2.
Oh! Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on. It's like a. Wait. Okay, do I not
Hit the
answer?
Don't say it.
I just had an idea. But I had to get there.
You sound like my 2-year-old. I have an idea. What? Bananas.
Well, I feel like honestly, what happened is I thought you were going to hit the buzzer right when I said it, and it wouldn't count. So I froze.
Because I gave you a little extra second on the buzzer. But Dennis.
Well, it's, I had to think. It's a riddle. I got to think about it for a second.
Dennis for the win. What?
What was the question? Ahead of the morning and lose it in the night? What?
Oh, here it is. What loses a head in the morning but gains one at night?
Daylight savings time?
Oh, my. I thought you had it.
Can I answer now?
Now you can answer, Kenzie, but you can't get the point.
Oh,
What is it?
a pillow.
It's a pillow.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah. So
I
now
was
it's
going to say it, but I thought you were going to buzz me, so I didn't say it. It's stressful.
very stressful. So 4-4.
And back to Dennis. He can still win. He's still got hope.
Really feel like I should have got the pillow thing.
Clearly, we're both going to fail against the Riddler. That's what I'm thinking.
Apparently.
All right, Dennis, here you go for the win. What franchise has won the most World Series in Major League Baseball history? What franchise?
Oh, it's a toss-up between Red Sox or Yankees. I'm going to go Red Sox.
Oh, it's not the Red Sox. Kenzie for the win.
No one's going to believe me, but I was going to guess the Yankees.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, boy, Dennis. What a great game.
He's great. We
this
should
is
just
fun.
give him tickets. I like him. I
Yeah.
want to give him tickets.
All right, you're
You guys are awesome. Thank
You're
you
awesome.
so much.
You're going to get the tickets anyway. It's very rare we do that, but hey, they're coming to you.
Yeah, right.
I don't lie. I listen to you guys Wednesdays and Thursdays having to drive the 355. But I thank you anyway. Thank you guys so much.
And I appreciate the advice on the bundle FOMO, too. So hang on. In case you get your information, you've got the tickets to the Bristol Renaissance Fair 4-pack. We will see you July 19th if you decide to come when we're there, but you can go up to September 1st.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud. Thank you, Dennis. We'll have more tickets tomorrow. Make sure you're on the phone with us at 7:10. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Glad you stuck around through that amazing song to join us and be the first in on this story that, again, with WGN, last time it was Tiffany Henyard and Ben Bradley investigative reporting about 2 years ago. We started talking about that. WGN's giving us another gem, and this involves Country Club Hills School District 160 and also corruption and chaos. So let's get to the story and let WGN's Bronan Tumulty tell the story of investigative reporting and the misuse of district funds in Country Club Hills School District 160. The main culprits being Superintendent Dwayne Megan and former President and current Secretary Jacqueline Doss. And here is the story.
It's alarming for us. And we're saying that how do we have money for that, but we don't have anything that is beneficial to our children, to our students, in order for them to academically succeed.
Sequoia Williams is a parent in Country Club Hills and says she noticed problems from the get-go last year after enrolling her children in District 160.
I found out through staff members that a lot of the school administrators were put on leave that was over at the district office due to mismanagement of finances.
We're so tired of hearing that. Mismanagement of financing has to be the worst phrase ever. Because as a taxpayer in that area, a taxpayer anywhere, you hear that and you're like, well, surely my taxpayer money's going somewhere awesome. Doesn't usually end up that way.
It's been unfortunate.
And when you hear the word misuse, you picture some very fat politician naked rolling around in your money. That's what I picture.
Imagine how scary that must be to enroll your children in a new school district, and you're getting to know the school and your neighbors around you, and you're going, hey, is this school lightly staffed? What's going on here? And you hear, we have multiple teachers and faculty on administrative leave because of financial mismanagement.
You just moved in there. Everybody told you it's a great school district.
It's awesome. You'll love it.
And you already bought a place, so you can't leave.
No, you're stuck.
I'm thinking of my situation, right? I bought a place, and I'm now in allegedly a good school district. I'll find out when I get there when Harper gets old enough, but it's devastating. You can't just pick up and move again. Even if you're renting, you can't do that. It's a pain in the ass to move. That's where we're at right now with Country Club Hills School District 160 and that woman's claims. Here we go. The story continues.
Finances.
It seemed then the district's finances might need some scrutiny. So we started digging into the spending habits of Superintendent Dwayne Main and the rest of the board, namely former President and current Secretary Jacqueline Doss.
Because they are absolutely both a part of the issues.
Those issues are lengthy, but in just the last 2.5 years, district credit card reports in Maine's name show hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on much more than just education.
Before we let it continue, if these people wanted to be corrupt scumbags, why don't they spend less so it doesn't get noticed as much? Maybe I don't know, a couple $100 I'm taking out of the pocket there. They'll never notice. It's always hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they always get ballsy. You know, it started with a small amount.
Yeah.
And then you get comfortable and you're like, why don't I just use all of it on me? Like, this is awesome.
Like, no one noticed that $200 I used.
The school's closed one day. Have it. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
But you have to think about corruption as a bundle, right? You gotta maximize. You've got to maximize what you're doing. So if you're going to be evil, you should be the most evil possible.
That's a good statement.
Thank you.
All or nothing.
I've thought a lot
Best
about
at
it.
being evil.
Yeah. We're not saying choose evil, but if you do, go all in like these
Don't you
people.
think, though, there's probably a point where it was I'm going to take here a little money to help me out. And then every time a kid's mean to you at school, you're like, you know what? F you. Guess what? You don't get textbooks. Huh? How about you like that? Don't you think it's a little jab?
$2,000 in my pocket.
Yeah,
I'm going to go do
no
something with
pencils
it.
for you.
So now we'll get more into the numbers here of what WGN discovered.
In fact, those reports show roughly $250,000 in charges at hotels.
$250,000 to hotels. I couldn't do that if I tried.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I could. I mean, what am I going to do? Get 8,000 nights at the Marriott? How could I get $250,000 spent?
I don't think they're looking for bargain hotels. I would imagine they're at the honeymoon suite consistently at the Ritz-Carlton.
But if I walked in like a Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton, they'd go, I feel like there'd be a laser scope on me going, you don't belong here. Mm-hmm. Of course you don't. There must be something. You must have stole money from your people.
They probably feel like these people belong here because they're put the $27,000 on my car. They don't care.
It's unbelievable. $250,000 on hotels. They could have went to the school district. We're talking about Country Club Hills School District 160.
How do you report that for it was for the school? How?
Yeah, how do they make that? I got to know how they do this so I can do it. I mean, they're getting caught now, but why can't we do it? Oh, well.
Because you would be better at it. You wouldn't get caught.
Oh, I'd be walking around. I couldn't get away
You'd be walking around in the Ritz-Carlton with your Billabong board shirts going man, life is awesome. I should have been doing this earlier.
And they're going to go, that guy must have stole that money to get here.
That guy.
All right, here we go. More of the story.
$1 in charges at hotels, including the Hilton in New Orleans, the Bellagio in Vegas, and the Marriott in Atlanta.
All right, they did one Marriott. They did the Marriott in Atlanta. But I understand the Bellagio in Vegas.
I'll do it. And I'm sure it was a nice room.
Yeah. They said the Hilton in New Orleans. I'm going, okay, maybe a little expensive. The Marriott Atlanta, maybe. Bellagio in Vegas, it must have been a suite.
All those places are so fun. They got to go to New Orleans, Atlanta, and Vegas.
Okay, the point of the story is not to have Kenzie get FOMO on these corrupt scumbags again, like she did with Tiffany Henry.
I'm never friends with any of them.
God, it's very unfortunate. Okay, so the Bellagio in Vegas spells a lot, which had to be a lot of
And
that.
it's Vegas again. The corruption all leads to Las Vegas.
Don't you think they're what happens in Vegas? You get arrested. I'll be corrupt there.
It's not the Cayman Islands. It's still in this country.
They're like, cool. Nothing can happen to me.
Let's see. Let's keep going with the story.
Vegas and the Marriott in Atlanta.
They've taken sports away. They've taken all of the extracurricular activities that our children have had. They've taken them away. And they keep telling us we don't have money.
Food-related expenses adding up to almost $130,000, with countless payments to DoorDash and Uber Eats, $3,500 spent at Cooper's Hawk in Orland Park, and thousands more at high-end steakhouses from DC to Napa.
Wait a minute.
Cooper's Hawk is I don't want the smoke, man. We don't listen. We just serve people when they come in.
Wait a minute.
You didn't have to name drop. Nobody else got name dropped. Nobody. That's a bunch of steakhouses, but Cooper's Hawk. Come on.
They said DoorDash, random steakhouses in D.C. and Cooper's Hawk. We love them, by the way. And they're like,
We do love
hey,
Cooper's Hawk.
hey, we're just arrested. We didn't invite them in.
When you get a table at Cooper's Hawk, they don't go, by the way, are you stealing money from a school district? Just wondering.
10% discount for you. Like, that's not what they're doing.
Maybe restaurants need to do that from now on in Chicago because this is ridiculous.
Help save in a way, they'd be saving money for the children by giving these people discounts that so many people steal from them.
And that's the root of all this. And that's the important thing to note is there's absurdity and hilarity to this story. But as the mother of the child in the school district just said, they've taken away sports and extracurriculars because they say they don't have money for them. Yet they're spending hundreds of thousands at the Bellagio and at Cooper's Hawk.
Yeah.
And can I just ask? You have to pay to put your kids in sports. What do you mean you don't have money for it?
Well,
the extracurriculars cost money to say. So the funding should barely even be from the taxes. The funding is coming from the parents. Like everything that Tristan's in, I pay extra money for.
And then they use your money at Cooper's Hawk.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you mean you don't have money? That would be extra money anyways.
I pictured it. It's almost like the Grandpa Simpson meme where he goes in and out. They take Kenzie's money and goes like, I'm going right out to spend it.
Kenzie, you have funded some lovely steak dinners for your school district.
And by the way, why they spend it? At least if you're going to help the economy, we have better steakhouses than DC and stuff. Why not at least spend the money here? Why didn't they say Gibson's?
They're traveling. They're having fun.
Yeah, it's part of the vacation. What are you going to do? Not have a steak dinner when you go on a school trip?
They can't enjoy their trip. I mean, come on, geez, can't take a day off.
Again, all in on evil. Got to get a steak in DC or wherever.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's continue this story from WGN. We're talking about Country Club Hills School District 160. Certainly going to be the focal point going forward of some corruption and allegations there.
They're taking them away, and they keep telling us we don't have money.
Food-related expenses
we're still a little backwards. We're going to give Cooper's Hawk another plug here.
adding up to almost $130,000, with countless payments to DoorDash and Uber Eats, $3,500 spent at Cooper's Hawk in Orland Park, and thousands more at high-end steakhouses from DC to Napa. The cost of getting to and from the likes of those restaurants and resorts climbing to almost $70,000 in...
What?
That's on transportation.
$70,000 on just to get to the steakhouse?
And other places.
What are they supposed to use, a normal Uber? Come on, Brian.
Look,
of course. They got a helicopter, right?
I can get to Orland Park, Cooper's Hawk right now. I can get there in my car, my Rogue, for probably, I think, $11 in gas. Maybe less.
This is not thinking like a rich person.
So we don't have this in the audio, but I do want to mention this really quickly. Part of the issue with all this spending is that when they take these trips to D.C. or to Napa or to New Orleans, they're flying out of Midway, and these people are hiring a limousine service to take them to and from Midway.
Yes. Go on.
Okay, we disapprove of that yes from Kenzie. Remove that from the podcast, please.
Right.
All right.
I just meant it would be fun in general, not if you're stealing from kids, but I get where they're,
Kenzie, all this would be fun. Plus, with no sports, you're not waiting for your kid afterward either.
Oh, my God, right? I'm like, this is a dream. No sports and we're taking trips.
All right, there's more here, a little bit less.
What school district is this?
A little bit more here to the story from WGN on Country Club Hills, School District 160.
Airline charges, with occasional perks like onboard Wi-Fi and upgrades to TSA pre-check.
Whoa. They upgraded the TSA pre?
Well, come on, what are you going to do? Not be in
in a
pre-check?
hurry to get back to the kids. Come on.
Can't they use their own money at least for that and go like, you know what, since we've been living fat for a while here, I'll just pay for my $100 TSA pre.
Oh, do you really think the $100 TSA pre is the biggest fish to fry here?
It's disgusting. It's the level of evil, like you said, all in. I'm also going to put my TSA pre on there.
But think about it. Why use your money when you can use someone else's?
Right.
Yep, that's clear.
That's what I think.
All that could be the tip of the iceberg. Both Das and Maine declined our interview requests via email, and we've since tried again in person. It's Bro now at WGN. I spoke with him briefly beforehand. He said he would talk to us in the interim. And what about you, Miss Das? Can you speak with us?
I already told you no comment.
Okay, but we are trying to get interviews with you to get your side of the story, because there's expense reports.
No comment.
There's almost $9,000 in charges at the Bellagio. No comment. Okay, Mr. Maine, have you ever stayed at the Bellagio? Do you know there's $20,000, more than $20,000 in hotel charges for December of 2024 alone?
Oh, get him, Brona.
That's him shutting the door.
WGN with Brona and with Ben Bradley, they get doors shut in their face so awesome.
Do you feel like he was going on his phone to delete all of his Instagram pictures?
Very similar.
Travel with me to the Bellagio. He's like, oh my God, I have to delete this.
The playbook is the same as Tiffany Henyard.
Trustee Jerry Jones was on that first-class trip to New York.
Still don't have a comment.
Sir, you're a trustee.
Well, once again, I don't have a comment.
I mean, what is he supposed to do? Make up a comment? He doesn't have one.
It's unbelievable. We're going to continue with this story here in just 3 minutes. There's more that you have to hear about what happened last night at the Country Club Hills board meeting. And I'm talking about the Popo showing up.
That's right. School board meeting last night about these issues. The police were called. We have that audio in just a second.
See, nothing fun happens at my school board.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
We just broke down WGN's investigative reports on Country Club Hills, School District 160, and the corruption building there. As the story goes with just very similar to the Tiffany Henyard thing we covered for 2 years. We're going to bring it down. That's what we do here on this show. Through WGN, we love them and love working with them. And this wasn't Ben Bradley. This was Brona Tumulty. Very similar, getting a door slammed in her face to a no comments to get the story. And part of that story involved where they spent all their money. Mark checked in from Glen Ellen and said, damn, I really want to go to the Cooper's Hawk in Orland Park now. Really want to get over there. So thanks, Mark, from checking in from Glen Ellen this morning and listening to this. But there's more to this story from WGN as last night. So that story aired before last night.
Yes.
On WGN.
They essentially did a pregame show for a school board meeting in the same way you would do it for the Super Bowl.
So then the school board meeting happened last night. Police were called to last night's school board meeting for Country Club Hills District 160 after a heated confrontation between parents and board members after all this has come out. Where's the money going? You've canceled sports and you're going to the Bellagio in Vegas. Topics on the agenda last night.
Without me.
Right, without Kenzie. Topics on the agenda last night included issues surrounding first-class travel and pickup services where board members were allegedly chauffeured to the airport in limousines and the future travel plans of current Secretary Jacqueline Doss.
Brona Tumulty has been following the spending issues in the district and joins us now from Southwood Middle School with the latest. Brona.
Good evening, guys. We could talk all night about the sheer number of issues we've heard about this evening, but overall, a very, very tense meeting indeed. One of the parents and a school board member's daughter getting into a verbal altercation at one point, prompting the arrival of police. And Das did agree with us that the credit card expenses we put in front of her are colossal. She says the blame, though, lies with whoever is booking the travel for the board. She did mention tonight in the meeting that not all board members need to go on all of the trips. She is going on a trip this month on school.
Not all board members need to go. She's going.
She's going this month.
Yeah. Also,
every board member is going on every trip.
Also, she's blaming the travel company. She's passing the buck. I don't know. We have to go. I'm sorry they gave us limos and suites at the Bellagio. I didn't click that toggle on the travel agency website.
All of the trips. She is going on a trip this month on school district business. She says that one could not be cancelled, and her next one is not until December.
It's important business at Bora Bora. What are you going to do?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q 101.